Hello citizens and welcome back. This is our match preview for Villa first Man City in the Premier League. Make sure to hit like, hit subscribe. Let's jump into it. When is this season going to end? That's all I want to know. I can't believe it's not over yet because we are getting our asses handed to us day in, day out, every single week, and it's going terribly. It's 8 losses now, I think, in 11 games. It's 1 win in that time. We can't even buy a draw at the moment, and we're absolutely shocked. We play well for the first 5, 6, maybe 7 minutes if we're lucky of a game, and then once we don't score, we just absolutely fold. We lack any sort of ambition. We're unable to control the games like we normally do, and we just look terrible in defense. Everything goes in at the moment, and it's bad. We're low on confidence. The players look shot to hell, both confidence-wise and for energy. And so the fans as well. I think the fans are tired of seeing it, and the fans have no confidence in the team. I don't think Pep has any confidence in the team either, by his recent comments of saying he's not good enough at the moment, and he's not. Neither is the team, and yeah, we're falling apart. But where does it go well for us? Where do we fix things? How can this game turn out positive for us? Well, I think we're going to get absolutely battered. I don't think we're scoring. I don't think we're keeping a clean sheet. I reckon 3, 4, 5 for Villa if they want it. They're doing well in Europe. They're doing well in the league. They're a dangerous team. And we saw last season when we were at the height of our game, going for 4 Premier League titles in a row. They absolutely schooled us. We had, I think it was last season, I'm pretty sure it was, where we had 1 shot the entire game and they had 20-something. They battered us. I think that was last season. But they're a tough team to play. They're no joke, and at the moment we're a joke. So yeah, it's only going to turn out one way, and that's a Villa win for me. I have no faith in this team whatsoever, and got something in my eye. What an awkward time to do it. Bloody hell. So look, we've got Diaz out now. He's injured. Akanji's returned to training. He's probably not going to play. Maybe he'll be on the bench, play 10 minutes. I don't know. But another injury. And a crucial one in defence. I think Diaz is the only one in defence who knows what he's doing half the time. I know he's not very good. He's getting bullied a lot physically, but I still think he's a defender. He's got the determination we need. He's got the leadership at the back as well, even though the players are not taking on board any leadership that we've got. But he's a big loss for us. I really do think he is, and I think we're going to struggle without him. And if Diaz is out and Akanji's not going to play, what's our back four going to look like? Is Stone's going to start in this one? Do you trust him not to get another injury? Can we afford not to play him and maybe risk an injury? It's all up in the air, and for me, Pep's got some decisions to make. And for me, personally, I'd put on a couple of them academy players because it's not like the first team are doing anything anyway. Our midfield is a shambles, goes missing when the opposition have an attack. They're not creating anything. There's no runners, there's no overlaps, there's no underlaps. There's absolutely zero from this team. So I'd put on a few of the youngsters. I'd put on McAtee's there, put on O'Reilly as well, CDM role. How much worse can he be than what we've tried so far this season? Up front, Haaland, he looks tired, he looks fed up, he looks done with it all. I think he was on the cusp of signing a new contract. I don't think he's going to do that after this season, after these last couple of months. You can forget that. So yeah, we have big changes to make, and obviously take Walker out right back as well. Can't stand him. Drop him as captain, get rid of him right back. Put anyone in there, I don't even care. Put Nunes in there. I know he had a disaster left back and the other day against United, but put him at right back. Maybe he'll be better. Oh my word, we have issues, and we're so far away from fixing it. So far away, and there's no answers. Personally, if they're fit, if they're capable, the defense is going to be ragtag. Like I said, with no Diaz in there either. You're going to have to put Stones in. Bardio. Lewis is going to have to come back at left back, and you have Walker right back in midfield. Realistically, who's he going to put instead of Gundogan, De Bruyne, and Foden? Possibly no one. Or maybe puts Bernardo in the middle and puts Foden out on right. Maybe put Savinho on the right hand side. He drops Bernardo, drops Silva, drops De Bruyne. It's going to be Haaland up front. We know that. And I think if you don't play Grealish on the left hand side, yeah, you're really going to struggle in this one. So yeah, expect to get our asses handed to us. I'm not going to waste any more time on this match preview because what's the point? Yeah. Wow, there's just no fixing it. I want to say all kinds of things. I think I said it best in the last video when I said that Pep isn't good enough, and the fact that Pep hasn't been there and he hasn't done it. He's not had a bad run in any of his teams. This is the worst one he's ever going to have in his career. It's the worst one we've had since the 30s, the 1930s, 1920s, something like that. In 100 years? So we're all in no man's land at the moment. We're all in the unknown, and I think it's going to get slightly worse before it gets better, because I don't think we're going to win. Like I said, we're going to get our asses handed to us against Villa. We're not going to beat Everton on Boxing Day. So, yeah, I mean, Pep has to. I mean, we've been calling him the Tinkerer for years now. And in the last couple of videos, people have mentioned how they call him the Tinkerer, and even when things are going right, he outplays himself, he gets into his own head, and then he goes and screws it all somehow, by doing something stupid. I'm sure that's part of a song. But yeah, even now when we're getting beat, he's tinkering something every single game. He just can't stick with something to build on it. The Forest game, prime example, win. Do we build on it? No, he mixes it up and we drop points again. Crystal Palace, we get a draw, we do all right, we come back in the game twice, we do well, and he goes and changes it for the next game again. So he can't keep it. He just can't keep any sort of consistency in this team. He doesn't know where it's going wrong. And because he doesn't know, he's just trying to fix everything kind of all at once, and it's a disaster, when really the only thing he should be focusing it on is his tactics. Stop pushing us up to the halfway line, just keep us sat back a little bit and just not run ourselves into the ground in the first 8-9 minutes so we compete for the rest of the game, because that United game is a prime example of what things have been going wrong this month, which is once we concede again. We didn't have to push for the win. I get why we push for the win, because that's what we've done for years, but a number of times I've seen it go wrong for us. It's phenomenal, and he's not learned. That's the thing. He's not learning. And again, in the video I made a few days ago, we go back to it. He's not learned. He's not learned how to deal with these situations when it is going wrong. So that way, he doesn't really know his team. Yes, he knows them when they're winning, and he knows who he can count on to get a goal maybe late on, and who's going to run hard even when we're winning, and who's going to put in all the effort when we're winning, but who's going to do it when we're losing, who's going to take command when things are going poorly, who's going to take the game by the scruff of the neck and, battle it out there, who's going to get physical with teams, who's going to show some, menace in a derby, because no one did in that game last weekend. Not one person showed up in that derby game, not one of them. And that just kind of shows you what this team is. When it's going well, fine. When it's going wrong, absolute wrong. And that's what's got to change. That's where this team has to sort it out. They have to sort it out by battling hard. And I know they can do it, because I've seen them do it against Atletico Madrid, and I've seen them do it in games when we're getting kicked, when we're 3-4-0 up. I've seen them put in their bodies and get a little bit more physical with teams, because we can, because we've showboated on them in the first half and put 4 past them. But when we're not showboating on teams, they're doing it to us. Everyone's celebrating every single point they're getting against us, every goal like they've just won the treble themselves. And we're letting teams do that to us, and we're embarrassing ourselves. The players are embarrassing themselves, and I'm so sick of watching them. I really am. And the fact that I've got to watch them more this season, I mean, how many games are left? Christ. I mean, I don't expect us to beat Salford in the FA Cup in a couple of weeks. There's no chance for that. So someone has to step up, and that team, they don't have any leaders. They've got, how many captains do they have? 4 or 5? I don't even know. But not one of them is showing anything at the moment. And it's the first time, I said it again at the match reaction the other day, it's the first time I saw the fans boo the players when the game ended. That United game, and they deserved it. Not because we got beat 2-1. You can get beat 2-1. I've seen us get beat by United before. I've seen us throw away leads against United. It happens pretty much every season against them. But the fact that we didn't show any determination and any bottle or any effort to get back into it is what's really pissed me off. And I think that's what's pissed the fans off as well. And like I said, I think that's the first time I've seen the players completely drop their heads, and they deserve to get booed, because it's not good enough. You can rave to the crowd all you want when you give a penalty away. Tell them to get on this, or Pep can go on about the crowd being loud and getting behind the team. But they're not showing us anything. And that's what they got to start doing, and they got to start doing it in this game. So the 2 things I want in this game, the players to show something, anything. We're getting beat, I don't care. I don't care if it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, doesn't really matter. They've got to show something. They've got to show some sort of pride, because they're not showing any pride at the moment. So they've got to show that. And Pep's got to show a bit of consistency with his team. He's got to put in the lame ducks, let us get battered, and then build on that for the next game with the same team. That's what I want going into Christmas. That would be a nice holiday period for me. I don't know about you lot, but that's what I want. But that's it. Now I'm done with the match preview. I mean, I didn't even talk about Villa. I mean, like I said, Villa are a dangerous team. Put that Duran on. He'll score goals for fun against us. I might put him in my fantasy team. Even if he starts on the bench, he's going to come off and score against us. Yeah. And I fear for anyone who's going to say plays in the FBL team. Man, I took them out weeks ago. I just keep swapping them in with whoever we're playing against. Thank you very much. Hit like, hit subscribe. And yeah, good luck to us for Villa. And yeah, I look forward to posting the match reaction. I don't think I'm going to do a watch along because I can't be bothered watching us get hammered. But thanks so much.